Hey guys, this is Social Fire, and I'm back today to discuss the options for the Red God Dragonstone 7. So, we had the Red Dragonstone during the 4-year anniversary, and it is back again for the 300 million download celebration. So we have some new additions to the list, a lot of great units to choose from. So what I'm going to do is go over each of them individually, and then at the end I'll give my personal top selections. So we'll start off here with Strength Super Gogeta. So with his EZA, Gogeta is really good. He has a nuking passive and he's great for fusion and movie hero teams. Plus he is a rainbow lead, so he gives all types +3 ki and 77% to stats. His super attack causes immense damage and lowers enemies' attack and defense. Another big bonus about this unit is that his attacks are effective against all types as well. So again, if you're running teams like fusion and movie heroes, then this guy is definitely one that you want to look at for your choice. He's also on the Super Saiyan category, which is currently only on JP, but hopefully Global will be getting that within the next few months, and when we do, he will also be a great addition to that team as well. Next we have Agility Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So his leader skill gives agility types +3 ki and 70% to all stats. His super attack also causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense, I believe by about 50% for 3 turns. Goku's passive gives him 70% to defense at the start of the turn. He also gets a 120% attack boost for 7 turns from the start of the turn, so he can potentially do some decent damage. He has a lot of good categories as well, like Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 3, Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Movie Heroes, and Goku's family, so there are a lot of possible team builds for him as well. So again, for people still building their decks, this is one of those units that falls into several categories and could be a good choice. Next we have Tech Perfect Cell. So after his EZA, Cell's leader skill gives tech types +3 ki and 70% to all stats. His super attack causes immense damage and recovers 10% HP each time. His passive skill is attack and defense +15% for every ki sphere collected. He also gains an additional +1 ki for every rainbow ki sphere collected. So he can regenerate after a super attack and he can nuke, which is nice here. It would be a good idea to have him linked up with a unit that can change key orbs though. He has a ton of great categories as well, including newer categories. He has Resurrected Warriors, Full Power, Androids, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, Artificial Life Forms, and the newer Androids Cell Saga category. So again, if you're building up some of those teams, he could be a good choice for you. Also, the fact that he is a nuking unit, if you're still working on things like Punching Bag, this could also be a good option for that. Next we have Intellect Ultimate Gohan. So this guy has the leader skill Intelligence type ki +3 and 70% to HP attack and defense. He does have the Kaioken mechanic where he greatly raises attack for every super attack and also causes immense damage to the enemy. So the longer the battles are, the more powerful this guy is going to get. Gohan's passive gives him +5 ki, 80% to attack, and defense gains 40%. That's when he has ki of 7 or more. So again, he's pretty much has the ability to super if you can get him to ki level at least 7. So definitely a nice bonus there. He has some good ki links, especially like Infighter, which can be a bit harder to come across for certain teams. And his categories include Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Goku's Family, and Siblings Bond. So again, if you're trying to build teams like Hybrid Saiyans, for instance, you may want to go with Intellect Ultimate Gohan. And if you're looking at dupes for this guy, it's a good idea to invest in a balance between additional attacks and criticals. That way you can maximize on his attack stacking ability. Next we have Strength Broly. So this unit is a good option for the World Tournament if you don't have LR Broly, since he can attack all enemies with a super attack. So again, if you don't have LR Broly or the physical movie Broly, this one is a good choice here. His leader skill gives strength types +3 ki and 70% to all stats. His super attack causes supreme damage to all enemies and raises attack for 3 turns. So again, if you're grinding the World Tournament pretty often, he could come in handy. His passive is pretty simple, it's just an 80% boost to attack and defense, and his links are okay. And his categories are Movie Bosses, Pure Saiyans, and Full Power. So overall, again, he can tank decently and a good option, especially if you're building a movie boss team. Next we have Physical Full Power Frieza, so great choice here. His leader skill gives physical types +3 ki and 77% to all stats. Frieza's super attack causes immense damage to enemies and raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. And his passive gives a nice attack boost of 120% with his super attack. And he gets +3 ki and 30% to defense if he is the first attacker in a turn. So overall, this guy can tank pretty well and do some decent damage. He also has good links, especially if you're pairing him up with other Frieza family units. Plus, he has several good categories like Full Power, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, and even Planet Namek Saga, so definitely a great extreme type option here. Next, we have Tech Beerus. So Tech Beerus has a great EZA, definitely had a huge improvement here, and he is a great partner if you have LR Beerus and Whis. So he does also have Rage Mode as well, which can be really helpful. It's similar to Giant Form. So he goes into Rage Mode once when HP is 30% or below, so that can definitely be helpful at times. His leader skill gives tech types +3 ki and 90% to all stats, and his super attack causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. His passive skill gives attack and defense +80% at the start of the turn, plus he gets an additional attack +40% for 4 turns after he receives an attack. So again, that's a pretty nice boost there. That 40% is calculated separately, so he gets a total attack boost of 152% after being attacked. After 4 turns, it can activate all over again the next time he is attacked. Link skills, he's going to share a lot of links with LR Beerus and Whis, which is helpful there as well. So again, if you have that unit and you don't have other Beerus units to link up with it, you may want to consider Tech Beerus. Next, we have Intellect Janemba. So Intellect Super Janemba, his EZA has finally hit global, and I've got to say, this guy is a top contender on this list now. He is really good. His leader still gives intellect types +3 ki and all stats a 90% boost. And his super attack now causes immense damage and greatly lowers enemy defense. His passive though is attack and defense +70%. And his guard is activated against all attacks. He also has a medium chance of evading enemies' attacks. This does include super attacks, which again is super helpful, for 1 turn, plus an additional attack +40% for 4 turns when his guard is activated. His additional attack is also calculated separately for a total attack boost of 138% after he is attacked. After 4 turns are over, this can activate again, and I believe this can also activate after evading. But overall, a very nice unit here. He has good links as well, he can tank well, and he is an especially great choice for movie bosses, and definitely a unit you can find yourself using often. Next we have Strength Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So personally, I think he is still one of the best tanks in the game. This guy is a good choice here. His leader skill gives strength types +3 ki and 90% to all stats. His super attack causes immense damage and has a high chance to stun the enemy, which can also come in clutch at times. His passive skill reduces damage received by 80% for 10 turns now. I believe it was previously 7, but it is now 10 turns from the start of the battle. He also gets attack +120% when the target enemy is stunned. I would say his links are alright too. He should link up well with other Vegeta family or Super Saiyan 3 units. And his categories are Super Saiyan 3, Pure Saiyans, and Vegeta's family. So again, this guy is a great tank for any of those teams. Even a super team, he could do well. I've actually used Strength Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta quite a bit on different teams myself, so I found him to be a very helpful unit to have. So I'm definitely happy I have him with dupes. Alright, next we have Physical Kid Buu. So this unit is actually the choice I went with last time. Great support unit here overall. I didn't have a copy of him last time, so I did decide on him. I'm still indecisive about this choice anyways, but he is a rainbow lead, so his leader skill gives all types +3 ki and HP and attack and defense +50%. His leader skill also raises attack by up to 80% based on HP, so the more HP remaining, the better. Super attack causes immense damage and lowers enemy defense, and that's by 40% for 3 turns. His passive gives all allies +2 ki, as well as attack and defense boost of 50%, as long as HP is 80% or above. All allies get attack and defense plus 30% if your HP falls below 79%, so still a good boost either way there. He is a great support unit though, so like I said, if you need a good solid support unit for teams like Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, Transformation Boost, and Artificial Life Forms, you definitely want to look at Physical Kid Buu, especially for Transformation Boost or Resurrected Warrior teams. He does very, very well there. Next, we have Agility Ultimate Gohan. So again, we have the intellect and the physical versions on the list as well. Agility Ultimate Gohan here, his leader skill is Agility type Ki +2 and HP attack and defense plus 70%. His super attack causes supreme damage with a medium chance of stunning the enemy. Stuns can always be useful there, so definitely nice super attack. His passive skill is attack plus 100% when Ki is 6 or more. Defense plus 120% when HP is 80% or above, so he can tank fairly well. Defense plus 40%, and he performs a critical hit once only when HP drops below 79%. So he has similar links to the other Ultimate Gohan units, and categories are Hybrid Saiyan's Majin Buu Saga, Goku's family, and Siblings Bond. Personally, I think I still prefer the intellect version, but this is still a nice option here. Next, we have Agility Kid Buu. So again, we have the physical version, and now we have the agility version. Both are great options here. Between the two, I would probably prefer Physical Kid Buu still, but Agility Kid Buu is still a great option. His leader skill after his EZA is only for agility types, which gives them +2 Ki and 70% to all stats. His super attack causes supreme damage and greatly lowers enemy defense by about 40% for 3 turns. Now, Buu's passive does recover 14% HP at the start of the turn, which is pretty nice. Plus, he gets plus 14% to attack and 7% to defense for every Ki sphere collected. So both Physical and Agility Kid Buu pretty much have the same links. Agility Kid Buu's categories also include Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, Transformation Boost, and Artificial Life Forms. So again, they share the same categories as well. So I mean, like I said, Agility Kid Buu is still a good option here. If you're deciding between the two, I would base it off your current deck. If you already have one, you may want to choose the other or go with a dupe for that one that you have. But again, my personal preference, I would go with Physical Kid Buu. Next, we have Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So again, we have the strength type, and now we have the tech version here, but both are good units. I do prefer the strength Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, but don't sleep on this guy either. After his EZA, he is still very good. His leader skill gives all types +3 Ki and 40% boost to stats. So a bit of a lower stat boost there, but his super attack causes supreme damage and lowers attack by 20% for 3 turns. Tech Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta's passive gives attack plus 90% at the start of the turn, as well as +2 Ki and 120% to defense when Ki is 10 or more. So with his passive, he can tank pretty well. It is a little more restrictive though with that Ki requirement. He has similar links to Strength Vegeta, and his categories are Super Saiyan 3, Pure Saiyans, and Vegeta's family. Next, we have Intellect Perfect Cell. So again, we have the Tech version, and now we have Intellect Perfect Cell. Out of the two, I do prefer Tech Perfect Cell, but Intellect version is a great option here too. So if you already have a copy of this guy, you may want to pick up a dupe for him. After his EZA, Intellect Perfect Cell's leader skill gives all types +2 Ki and 50% to all stats. His super attack greatly raises attack by 50% for 99 turns, and he causes supreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill is attack and defense plus 90% at the start of the turn, plus he recovers 20% HP when HP is 30% or below, so that can actually be helpful at times as well. His links are similar to Tech Perfect Cell, and Intellect Cell's categories are also Resurrected Warriors, Full Power, Androids, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, Artificial Life Forms, and the newer Android Cell Saga. Now we have Strength Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. So the Strength version and the Agility version, again, we have both options on the list. So the Strength version gives all types +2 Ki and 50% to stats. His super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense by 50% for 3 turns. His passive skill gives him +40% to defense as well. And as long as HP is 30% or above, he gains 80% to attack. Goku gains an additional 30% to attack when HP is 50% or above, and then an additional 30% to attack when HP is 80% or above. He also has good links in several categories, including Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 2, or Super Saiyan 3, excuse me, Pure Saiyan's Full Power, Movie Heroes, and Goku's Family. Slip of the tongue, there's Super Saiyan 3, but it would be interesting to see a Super Saiyan 2 category. But anyways, obviously another good option here. Next we have Physical Ultimate Gohan. So we've already went over the Intellect and the Agility versions. This is the physical version here. So another good option. With his EZA, Gohan's leader skill gives all types +3 ki and HP attack and defense plus 40%. His super attack causes supreme damage and will raise attack by 50% for 6 turns. His passive skill will give +3 ki and attack plus 100%. Defense is also plus 120% if HP is 90% or above, so he'll tank pretty well on a strong team. Also, he gets defense plus 40% and performs a critical hit once only when HP drops to 79% or below. So again, I think I prefer the Intellect version, but this is still a good option here. His links aren't bad, similar to the other 2 Ultimate Gohans, and he has several categories like Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Goku's Family, and Siblings Bond. Next we have the Family Kamehameha EZA units, so 3 great units here as well. So we have, first off, Strength Super Saiyan Goku. After his EZA, his leader skill gives Agility, Intellect, and Strength types ki +2 and 70% to stats. His super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises allies' attack by 25% for 1 turn. So again, he gives a nice 25% attack boost to allies there with his super attack, so additionals could be helpful for him. His passive gives Goku +3 ki and 80% to attack and defense as long as HP is 30% or above. He can also disable Rampage, which is helpful in Broly's event, and he has good links as well. His categories include Majin Buu Saga, Pure Saiyans, Movie Heroes, Goku's Family, and Super Saiyan, so several team build options there too. Next we have Agility Super Saiyan Teen Gohan. So his leader skill gives all types +2 ki and 50% to all stats. Gohan's super attack raises attack by 30% for 1 turn, and he causes supreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill gives him 90% to attack and 40% to defense when he performs a super attack, and he can also disable Rampage, so again, additionals could be helpful for him here. Again, his links are okay, and then several good categories like Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Movie Heroes, Goku's Family, Siblings Bond, and Super Saiyan. And then next we have Super Saiyan Kid Gohan here, or Goten. So Super Saiyan Kid Goten. So Goten is a great option as well, especially if you're still building your deck. After his EZA, he is a nuking lead, so his leader skill is attack and defense plus 15% for every key sphere obtained. Goten's super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. He is an orb changer, which is nice, so his passive skill changes physical key spheres to rainbow key spheres, and he gains 70% to attack and defense. Goten can also disable Rampage, and his link skills are similar to Gohan's, and he has multiple categories, including Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Dragon Ball Seekers, Movie Heroes, Goku's Family, Youth, Siblings Bond, and the upcoming Super Saiyan. So again, if you're still building your deck, units like this where they have multiple teams are always a good choice because they have a lot of options for you to include them on. So definitely one to consider here. Lastly, guys, we have the 2 Galick Gun EZA units. So both of these are personally great units. I love both of these. We'll start off with Tech Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, or as I call him, Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. This is how he's most often referred. This is a great support unit here. So Vegeta, love his card art, by the way. Overall, probably one of my favorites on the list too. His leader skill gives all types +2 ki and 90% to HP attack and defense, so a decent sub lead. His super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn. So again, additionals could be beneficial here. Passive skill is +2 ki and attack and defense plus 90%. Also, he gives all allies plus 30% to attack and defense when there are 2 or more Vegeta's family category allies on your team. So Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta will count as one of the 2 family units required, so it is not hard to meet that. Links are good, and he has tons of categories, so lots of possible team builds here, like Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Vegeta's Family, Siblings Bond, and Rivals. So if you run Vegeta's Family or Pure Saiyans a lot, I would definitely consider this unit. Then we have Physical Super Saiyan Future Trunks. So this one right here is a great support unit. If you already have Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta but not Trunks, you may want to consider picking him up. His leader skill gives all types plus 3 ki and 70% to stats, and his super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn. His passive skill is plus 2 ki and attack and defense to plus 30% for all allies. Plus he gives allies an additional attack and defense plus 70% when there are 2 or more Vegeta's family category allies. So just like Vegeta, Trunks does count as one of the 2 Vegeta's allies needed. So lots of great categories as well. He has Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Vegeta's Family, and the newer Super Saiyan category on JP. Again, we're still waiting for that on Global, but he will be a great option there as well. Another big plus is that he also has a farmable SA, which I also really like about this unit. So again, Vegeta and Trunks are 2 really good options. If you have one but don't have the other, you may want to consider picking up the other one with your Red God Dragonstone. Because like I said, they are both great support units, especially if you have them on a team together. So overall, a lot of great options here. A lot of good choices. You really can't go wrong on this list. My personal top picks though, so my top recommendations on this list would be number 1, Galick Janemba. This guy is just good. He is great. He's better than great. He's a great option here. Overall, a awesome unit and probably has one of the best EZAs in the game, but honestly you probably will be able to use him quite a bit too, so like I said, definitely worth looking at. Physical Kid Buu is also an awesome support unit on this list, so definitely one that you may want to check out, again if you're running Transformation Boost or Resurrected Warriors. Full Power Frieza is also a great choice, a good tank as well, especially for extreme teams. And then for super teams and the like, Strength Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is a great tank for those. So if you're looking for tanks, either one of those 2 may be a good choice. Besides that, honestly, I really love the 2 Galick Gun EZA units, Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Physical Super Saiyan Future Trunks. I think they are both great options and great support units. So like I said, if you don't have one, definitely pick up the other. And then lastly, I might say Strength Super Saiyan Goten here, just because he has so many categories. Like I said, if you're still early on in building your deck, that can also be helpful as well. But it's an awesome list, guys. We have so many good choices here to choose from. So biggest advice I have for you guys is to wait until you are done summoning. So finish summoning before you use your Red Dragonstone. You have plenty of time. We have 42 days left, so don't rush to this decision. So you may pick up copies for one that you were looking at, and then you can use your Red Dragonstone for another one, so definitely take your time on that. And let me know in the comments if you're thinking about someone who you have in mind and what your choice was last time. So we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye.